Hello, fists to you all! It is, of course, Friday! It is Friday, my people, my wonderful ballers in the chat right now, flooding that chat with those hollers. Doesn't matter where you are, doesn't matter if you're good, bad, ugly. At World of Warcraft, go ahead and throw me a holler. Nobody knows it's you, it's fine, you do whatever the hell you want. Get into the spirit of things, because it's Friday, and that means it's Drama Friday, baby, where we're gonna just forget about making people better players, and laugh at the misfortune of other people. You other people, in fact. We're going to have a good time. We're going to talk about 3 stories. Now, a couple of you have asked, where's the YouTube video? I have been desperately trying to hide the fact that I have the plague. I've been working very hard to make sure you guys do not know I have the plague, because that would appear weak, and powerless, and useless, and all that kind of stuff. It's not too bad for the daily, because I could steam my head. Quite literally, I just steamed my head before we come in here. But it is getting bad. The plague is deepening. If I have to do something gross, I'm going to turn the stream away. Don't worry, you won't have to watch me blow my nose. But there may be some funky voice stuff going on. I apologise. I've been trying to beat it the last couple of days, but it is getting worse. We blame everybody else for infecting us. It is, of course, Drama Friday. Everything is finished. School, college, works. All done. It's done. It's over with. We don't have to worry about it anymore. Yesterday, we had a personal drama from me. One of many that I have in my catalogue of personal situations that I have thrown into. I want to pre-warn you of a couple of things. First of all, there was supposed to be a 24-hour live stream of SimCity with you guys playing multiplayer and stuff tonight. That will not happen, purely because of EA. Fuck EA and everything they stand for. The game is so unstable that the guys haven't been able to log in. They kept me apprised via Skype. They just can't get in. What are they going to do? They can't get in. Lots of waiting, lots of fuck-ups, lots of instability, all that kind of stuff. So they're not going to do it. They're going to reschedule to as soon as it's stable, and you guys can have a great time. On top of that, on Monday, due to the fact that I've had plague, I've also been playing a lot of WoW. What else better to do while you're dying than play some WoW? And I've been investigating and sort of apprising my situation, getting things ready for all the guides and stuff I'm about ready to do. As you can imagine, with a terrible voice, doing guides that will last an entire patch isn't good. Something dawned on me after having capped all my level 90s. The monumental failure of how alts play a role in Mr. Pandaria, the actual grand scale of that actually dawned on me. For a lot of times it was just about, oh, I've got to do dailies on alts and stuff like that. The actual overall grand problem of this really hit hard today. And we're going to talk about that on Monday. Something else dawned on me of why this is such a terrible situation for alts and people who are fans of alts. Really dawned on me today, so I'm going to talk about that on Monday. As for today, I have 3 stories lined up for you. 3 wonderful tales submitted by you. If you've watched Drama Friday. In fact, Drama Friday brings a lot of new people to my channel, which is cool. I'm glad to see you. Hello. Drama Friday, everybody has a story to tell. Every single one of you. Some of you might not think, oh, my story's boring. I don't have much of a story. Everybody has a story to tell. All that we ask is that you share it with us. For a couple of reasons. One, it's kind of fun. We enjoy it. It's a good way to kick back and relax at the end of the week. But also, it may affect other people. Other people might be in your situation and therefore know what to expect. And how dealing with things in the wrong way can fuck you up, right? The 3 stories I have for you today is No One Believes Me. No one believes me. 2 account sellers, 4 servers, 1 home. And Misdirection, the Hunter's Wrath. Every single one of these was submitted in the proper PDF format. By the way, okay, if you can't submit to me something in PDF, you don't have to. It's just a joke. It's just a joke. That's all it is. It's just an in-joke. That's it. You can submit me anything you want. HTML is fine. HTML is absolutely fine. A lot of emails coming through saying, dude, I can't save this in PDF. That's fine. You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that. Oh, the chat is going crazy for the Hunter's Wrath. The Hunter's Wrath. Ooh. You vote for Misdirection, the Hunter's Wrath. A vote, a big vote. Everybody likes a good misdirecting hunter. Okay. We'll start with my drama tale, Misdirection, the Hunter's Wrath. Now, this story is excellent. I just want to show you this briefly. Just very briefly. You can see it comes with a cast. We've got people who are going to be in it. It's got a picture. It's got nice headings. Another one. This one. Dudes, don't use crazy fonts. Don't use crazy fonts. That's just hard work for me. It's hard work for me, right? Don't do that. Don't put it in Crazy blood-spilled fonts. I don't like that. Also, someone submitted to me a drama story where I could, as I put it, quick search the number 7 and replace it with any name I wish to do. I'm not the kind of guy that's going to edit your PDF. Nope. I do it on the fly, like a boss. Cast. Who shall be the cast? Who shall be friend number 1? Friend 1. Will be Viruk. Viruk, you shall be friend number 1. Friend number 2 shall be... Jamakop. Jamakop. Friend who got me into WoW. I'm sure he's going to play a really vital role. I'm sure the friend who got him into WoW is going to have a really, really good guy role, right? And so we'll give that to... who's regular? Epitropis. Epi, you could be the guy who got this guy into WoW. And our guild shall be called the WoW Travellers. I think that fits quite well. The WoW Travellers. So all our names are decided for our wonderful tale. So let us begin. Chapter 1. The backstory. My WoW story begins mid-Burning Crusade. My good friend, Epitropis, had been playing WoW since vanilla, you old school kind of dashing young handsome bastard Epi. I dabbled in the game during vanilla, just a little bit of a finger, just dipping the toe in the water, but it didn't find it very enjoyable, so I stopped playing after a couple of weeks. However, I returned during the Burning Crusade and created a paladin. Leveling seems much less of a burden. No more was I grinding 1 million mobs to get my 6 required drops, and I was enjoying the game. I joined my friend's guild, the WoW Travellers, as a social. Several people from my school were in this guild and raided together. No. This is going to end really well. It's going to end really well. Viruk, a Swedish member of the guild. Now, look, okay. He said he was Swedish. That's not offensive to Swedish people. Okay? I know there are a number of Swedes who get really touchy whenever the word Sweden is mentioned. Okay? Don't get upset. He just happens to be Swedish. That's it. Okay? That's it. Okay? He just happens to be Swedish. Okay? It's fine. He spoke almost flawless English, which was pretty impressive given he was 14. Oh, Viruk. Sexy beast. During the Burning Crusade, his parents had died. Holy fucking Jesus. They didn't die because he was Swedish. Alright? Didn't die because he was Swedish. I just want to point that out. It wasn't because he was Swedish. It's not the reason. Okay? It's not the reason. It's not because he was Swedish. Shouldn't laugh, but it's Drama Friday. That's what we do. Every excuse on the sun, it's Drama Friday. I joined after this had all happened and never really asked about it. Oh, your parents died? How did that happen? That would have been weird. Oh, you're the new trial? Yeah, I heard you're the guy whose parents died. What happened there? That would have come across creepy. Don't do that. Don't do that. And this will become relevant later on in the tale. I didn't play WoW all that much in the Burning Crusade, just popping on for an hour or so at a time, slowly leveling. When Wrath was released, I fell more in love with the game, and I found I enjoyed it a lot more. Sorry, I have to disinfect my mouth after reading that. Okay, I'm good. Okay, I'm good. Some things you should... I never thought I would say that sentence. Never thought I would say that sentence. Thus, I spent a lot more time on it. I leveled my paladin to 80. Oh, you haven't hit Wrath of the Lich King content yet. It's awesome. You haven't hit Wrath of the Lich... It makes a lot of sense now. Wrath of the Lich King's really good. I don't actually play the Wrath content yet. Winning. Winning. I leveled my paladin to 80 and chose Holy as my main spec. Chapter 2. Ulduar and the release of dual talents. I'd established myself as one of the better healers in the raid team. They must have been really, really good. Oh, you've just managed to cap after like 2 years? You're the best. Welcome to our raid team. You must have been awesome. And had been promoted to officer. Sounds legit. Sounds legit. Just capped. Just capped. Took you 2 years to get to level 80. Alright, officer for you. My main duty was giving out healing assignments. Ulduar was released and people began to rejoice at the prospect of dual talents. Yes, we did. Yes, we did. Now only tri-talents and quad talents for druids will suffice. Thank you very much. Many within the guild began the arduous task of gearing up a second spec. Jamakop, an elemental shaman by trade, had taken Resto as his off-spec, as we only had one Resto shaman in the guild at the time. Arguments over loot became more and more frequent, with people attempting to roll main spec for what would have been off-spec items. Tricky. Tricky. Viruk was surprisingly the only hunter in our entire 25-man raid team. We had no enhancement shaman, so imagine his delight whenever male Agi dropped. Ooh, guaranteed loot, he thought. This was until Jamakop saw this gap in the market. Jamakop is a gear score whore. Oh, Jamakop, you gear score whore. With no current enhanced shamans in the guild, he argued it was worthwhile. I love it when a loot whore justifies themselves, right? A loot whore who justifies themselves is the best kind of loot whore. Those are the guys who put serious thought into it. They don't even like the spec. Out of the 3 choices, he went on with everything that was not enhancement. Oh, I'm going to be an off-spec. I'll choose Resto. But there's a lot more enhancement gear. Now, I could justify this. Hey, did you know? Did you guys realize that we have no enhancement shaman anywhere in the guild? We could do it. We could do it. Well done. Well done, Viruk. Well played. Loved the prospect of having best in slot gear for all 3 specs. With no current enhanced shamans in the guild, he argued it was worthwhile him taking the gear in case he has to respec. Just in case. I should take this gear just in case. We might need an enhancement shaman. Said no guild ever. Ever in the history of World of Warcraft. There is one boss where people may have required or / wanted an enhancement shaman. I'm sorry, enhancement shamans, but... And it was Muru. It was totem twisted enhancement shamans on Muru. And possibly Kill Jaden. That was it. That's the only time. Every other time, you're replaceable, motherfuckers. You are the soldiers in the tin can being dropped on the alien planet. Expendable class. Sorry. Unless you're the only bloodluster, right? But I've got bloodlust. You need the bloodlust. Some hunters like YOLO swag. Seen my pet? Yeah. YOLO swag all up in this bitch. Hostility between Jamakop and Viruk grew as Jamakop started winning gear. We worked on a DKP system. Aww, DKP. I had suggested having main spec, off spec roles, but the GM felt that if people wanted to spend DKP on it, they could. Okay, just to put it in perspective here, this guild allowed you to spend your DKP on your off-spec against mains. Right? An example, main tank, Rep Paladin, who has more DKP, can take can take items off the main tank. Never in my fucking life have I heard anything so #dogshit in my entire life. Never. Where's the common sense? What's DKP? DKP is Dragon Kill Points. Dragon Kill Points is if you kill a boss. There are lots of different DKP systems. DKP is based around the idea that when you kill a boss, you are awarded magical points. Let's say you get 50 points for a boss kill. Items cost DKP. Okay, so that sword that you crave, that piece of armor, might cost you 100 DKP. So you build up a bank of mythical DKP points, and then when the item drops, you can say, I want it, I have the most DKP, therefore I get it. That's what DKP is. And it has never, ever been a fair system. Ever, 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 ever. And a good reason why is people, you know why? Idiots spend DKP on tier tokens. If you run a guild DKP system, only the people who are using their DKP on tier tokens are the fucking morons. Clever people spend DKP only on best in slot items and therefore never waste DKP, and when everybody has tier tokens, they collect it really, really cheap. That's what used to happen. That's why DKP is kind of an outdated kind of system. It was a good way to encourage 40-man raids, because people wanted to accumulate their DKP. You didn't want to miss a raid because you would miss out on DKP. That's what DKP is. Okay? Good. Viruk, who had previously won every piece of agility gear, was far below Jamakop in the DKP charts. Viruk was semi-okay with losing loot to Jamakop as they were only marginal upgrades for him. But he had forever been going on about a male chest that he wanted. Don't fall in love with items if there's a DKP system. It ain't going to end well. It's not. Especially if it's where off-specs can take it from you as well. You gon' get fucked. You gon' get fucked up. Oh man. Talk about crying. So we will just call it the Robes of the Frozen Baller. He can't remember the actual name. Okay. Alas, the chess piece dropped. Viruk expressed his joy over Vent. Never do that. Yay! First day in the raid, kid. Woo! I can use that. You gonna get fucked up. It's gonna happen. The Loot Master types roll need on the robes. Almost instantly, Viruk had rolled. He was overjoyed in Vent with cries of finally, about time, etc. His joy was short-lived. As Jamakop, you fucking asshole, Jamakop. You are an asshole. As Jamakop also took a shine to this chess piece and rolled. Viruk began furiously typing, hitting his caps lock button, ooh, in the process so people knew he was serious. Yeah, used caps lock. Who's the coward now? Huh? Who's the coward now? Who's the raid bitch? I used caps lock. I'm fucking serious, man. I'm fucking serious. I'm so fucking serious. His rage eventually had turned into desperation as he begged the GM to give them to him. The GM, not wanting to admit his system was wrong, declined this request, and the chest went to Jamakop. Don't get desperate. You're that guy who got dumped by his girl and then typed it out on the good book, the Facebook. I'll do anything to have you back. Dude, no. No. Some chick dumps you, go home, have a wank, play some WoW. It's gonna be alright. You're gonna be alright. Don't get desperate. Desperation, not cool. Certainly not sexy. Certainly not sexy. I could change. The next trash pack was pulled. And Viruk rocketed from top 3 in the DPS to rock bottom. His pet stood beside him the entire time. Oh, I can picture him crying. Merely casting auto shot one mob at a time. His hissy fit had yet to begin. Chapter 3, The Revenge. The next pack was pulled within seconds. Jamakop had died. People were bewildered, and Viruk furiously blamed the tanks. Each trash pack, this would happen. Before we knew it, we'd reached Freya. Just as the GM asked if we were ready on Vent, Freya charged Jamakop and ended his life. The GM and also the MT was furious. Why did you pull Jamakop? He screamed. desperately trying to get the boss into position. Jamercop claims he didn't pull. We wipe. The GM is furious. Half the raid wasn't ready, and 4 or 5 people were AFK. Best guild. Oh, we're at the boss. Be right back. Killed the trash, did we? Now's the time for my AFK. Now's the time I'm going AFK right now. Oh, thank God I helped out on that trash. That earns me a shit break. That earns me a shit break. Oh, yeah. If you're that raider, fuck you, man. Fuck you. Seriously. If you in a raid, trash. Don't slack on trash, but if you need to do an AFK, you do it on trash. You don't go, oh, we're at the boss. See ya. Fucking die. I kick people from my guild from that. I've kicked people before for doing that. Fuck you. Seriously, you asshole. Somehow, no one had noticed that Viruk was shooting the boss. A nervous ready. Ready? What's a nervous ready check? How do you nervous ready check? Ready? Ready? Came from the GM. And again, Freya charged Jamercop. This time, however, the GM had spotted that Viruk was shooting Freya. And things began to click. Jamercop found out. Furious that Viruk had been misdirecting him this whole time. If you cannot tell someone's misdirecting you, you are a fucking loser. You know why? A giant circular animation that you haven't seen before pops above your fucking head. Dipshit. This guild's full of dipshits. Dipshit guild. Dipshit guild. Do not join this guild. The WoW Travelers. Give it up. Don't join them. Dipshits. Can't tell you're being misdirected. You done goofed. You done goofed up. Oh, this gets horrible now. I hope you remember the beginning of the story. Jamercop began furiously insulting him. The worst insult I ever heard was him call him a fucking orphan. No parent having bastard. Jamercop, it's not cool, bro. It's not cool. It's not cool. You don't say that, Jamercop, okay? You don't say that. It's bad, Jamercop. You're a very bad Jamercop. It's very bad. This was overly harsh to call someone, regardless of what they had done. Don't misdirect someone in WoW, or they will call you a fucking orphan. That's how serious WoW is in the DKP alt main spec off spec guild, okay? Just because I play ADAP carry Shen mid doesn't mean you can get away with calling me that. It's fucking serious. It's a serious DKP run driven guild. 3 main specs. Taking your loot misdirecting. Okay? Okay? It's fucking serious raiding. 5 AFK before the boss. Serious, serious, serious. Hey, that's right. ADAP carry Shen mid. Ooh! That's how I roll. That's how I roll. A rather harsh thing to call someone, regardless of what they had done. I agree. Pretty harsh. Jamercop complained to the GM. Oh, no, sorry. Viruk complained to the GM. He went, Viruk went, dude, not cool. And Jamercop was removed from Vent. He logged back in with the username, Viruk has no parents. Viruk has no parents has joined the server. I hate people who abuse the phonetic ability of TeamSpeak and Vent. Like, the people who seriously abuse that are fucking dipshits. Really. Oh, no. He was banned and then kicked from the guild after he had copy and pasted Bill has no parents to a macro and spammed it several times over Ventrilo. Oh, there's an ending to the story. Viruk's chess piece eventually dropped in a couple more raids. So he got the item, so it's okay, guys. And it wasn't because he was Swedish. Everybody okay with that? Everybody okay that he got the item and it wasn't because he was Swedish? We alright? Sweden, don't hate, man. Don't hate, don't hate. End of story number 1, and that's kind of the essence of Drama Friday, baby. It's kind of the essence of Drama Friday. We can look back and kind of laugh. Not at the death of parents, though. That's kind of harsh. Don't laugh at that. Our next stories. 2 account sellers, 4 servers, 1 home. Oh, no one believes me. No one believes me. Oh, 2 account sellers, 4 servers, 1 home. What say you, audience? Account sellers? Sellers? 2 accounts? Sellers? We want to hear about some account sellers? Well, alright then. This one does not contain a cast, so who is in it, I do not know. Am I, like, disappearing? Let's not do that. Alright. Oh, let's hide the tissue bog roll, though. Alright, that's a good place to be. Hey, preacher! Thanks for taking the time to read this. I hope you and everyone else all enjoy my adventure through the last 2 expansions leading up to Mr. Pandaria. Bro fists all round. Ching! That's for you. Hey, I explained the toilet paper, okay? I explained it. Plague, man. I'm doing well. I'm doing well. I'm just... I'm not going to be gross, but I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to say it. But we're okay. It all starts back during Wrath of the Lich King. Is there anything good that came from Wrath of the Lich King? I don't think we've even had a good, solid, friendly story ever. Every drama starts with, okay, so I started like Wrath of the Lich King time. Nothing good came from Wrath of the Lich King. There was no good thing. It wasn't the Renaissance of WoW. It was bad. It just brought lots of corrupt, evil-doing, drama-written bastards into the game. I was able to get a hunter up to about 55. About 55? About 55. In time to make a DK. Of course you did. Wrath of the Lich King style. Gonna get my DK, brah. I'm gonna be a DK. Hero class. Need. Gonna be a DK. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be fucking amazing. So many people. So many people just making DKs. Oh, so good. So fucking good. I love it. What are you going to play? I've never played the game before. DK. They should just make every expansion hero class, right? That'll be it. I got my hunter to 55 in time to make a DK when it released. When Wrath launched, I quickly made a Night Elf male DK. I'm sure it looked awesome. Hashtag winning, hashtag fail. Zoomed to 70. Joined my friend. Okay, our first member shall be Ainvar. Ainvar, you're in. You're in, Ainvar. What was the name? Okay. Ainvar is in. Me and my friend Ainvar in the leveling process from 70 to 80. And once level capped, we joined a raiding guild. Sounds legit. Brand new player. Makes DK, joins raiding guild. What kind of problem are you guys having? You telling me you can't find a guild? Look at this guy. Night Elf male DK. Never level past 55. In a raiding guild. In the first like 5 minutes of the fucking game. You guys come to me with guild problems? Dude. Evidence, motherfuckers. Evidence. We quickly got geared through dungeons and then joined the main 25-man in Nax. Oh, are you in for a good time? You're in for a good time, buddy. This guild ran a loot council system. We had no issue with this as we had no clue what it was. What loot system do you run? Loot council. Alright. Don't know what the fuck you're on about. Sounds good. Loot council. Sounds classy. Sounds classy. However, we learned very quickly the loot council was made up of the 6 officers and the guild leader. Sounds cash. And through our progression with them, we found that the loot council was corrupt. Yep, that'll happen. Especially for that precious Nax gear. Giving themselves gear before anyone else. They're officers. They deserve it, right? They're entitled. They're entitled. Yeah? They're fucking entitled. Do you know all the work that goes into farming a 20... Do you appreciate how much effort goes into farming a Nax raid and clearing Nax Rammus in Wrath of the Lich King? I don't think you're giving me the credit I deserve, son. It's really hard. I have to get 25 bumbling fucknuts inside the instance. Just because the bosses fall over, it doesn't mean it's easy, alright? It's Nax. Nax, baby. Fucking Nax. Just because like most of our raid doesn't even have a keyboard, doesn't mean it's hard. Easy. By the time 3.1 dropped, we had cleared all of the content and were ready to pour ourselves into Ulduar. However, there was a change on the board. The guild master decided to split the 25-man into two 10-mans and bench 5 people. Just for shits and gigs, I guess. Shits and gigs. Oh, okay. I know what he did. The officers himself and the top 3 DPS from the 25-man were in Group 1. I've got a good idea. Let's make 2 10-mans. Group 1 shall be all my friends and the best players. And Group 2 will be everybody else. Suave, motherfucker. Suave. Team loot for life. Yeah. While myself, my friend, and 8 others were in the second group. Our leader, who's going to be the illustrious Group 2 leader? Who should we have? Group 2 lead. Oh, he's got a name. Okay. Man, this font is fucking AIDS, by the way. Oh, we cured AIDS, so... What's not cancer? We can't really call things AIDS anymore. We got cured, right? We're having lol pants. Lol pants is in. You're going to be the Group 2... How many of you are happy to be the Group 2 leader? Lol pants is in. Lol pants is in. Oh, our illustrious guild leader, group leader, I should say, Lolpants, told us to look up the fights and be ready to roll the following day. Raid day came. And Ainvar and I had done our research. And we were ready to go. Invites went out, and off we went. Group 1 was already on XT. After having downed the first 3 bosses... Even Razor Scale? 10-man? Even Razor Scale. And Flame Leviathan. 4 towers. Yeah. We quickly caught up to them, and over the next week surpassed them while they were still stuck on XT. Really? You got stuck on XT normal? XT normal. Best guild. Best guild. Best 10-man. Stuck on XT normal, doing it right. Doing it right. Tough shit. Tough boss, that one. Tough boss. By the second week, we were making progression on the Iron Council, when the guild leader decided to make another change. He's going to switch up the teams, baby. We were furious at this. We wanted to down Yogg, then split 5 and 5 so we could teach the others, then go 25-man. Oh, the smugness. Allow this... Team 2, this paltry Team 2, to clear our content, and then we will teach you what you are doing wrong. I wonder at some point if you're going to leave and make your own 10-man. I wonder. The guild leader had other plans, however, and told us the new groups, replacing the healers in our group and 1 tank. He had moved himself and 3 officers into our team. Lolpants told everyone that night after we killed Iron Council that he had no plans on letting them do what he wanted to do, and that he had a plan. What could that plan be? I wonder. The plan was to have everyone in our group quit and form our own guild to keep the team. Oh no. His girlfriend was in the raid. And she agreed, and we all agreed with him. It was decided. Tomorrow, we G-quit. When Ainvar and I logged on the next day, we witnessed what today we call the witch hunt. Everyone from our team was being kicked by the guild leader, except for Lolpants, Ainvar, and myself. We asked what was going on, and received a whisper from Lolpants that read, "Do you really think I was going to leave my guild? Oh, Lolpants! The deceiver! Lolpants, you deceiver! Did you really think I was going to..." Like some evil character in Game of Thrones. Did you really think this was gonna happen? I was in shock. he had told the officers. He came up with the plan and had ratted us out and claimed that it was mine and Ainvar's plan. They promoted him to an officer and gave him a Blade Ward enchant for his efforts. They bestowed upon him for his treachery the Blade Ward enchant. You deceived his friends. He threw them to the lambs. He threw them in. Let them burn for the Blade Ward enchant. He succumbed, man. He succumbed. Ooh. Kicked and shamed, Ainvar and I found a new guild. However, this guild would turn out to be no better. This was the server's second guild. Ainvar was enhancement, and I was unholy at the time. We cleared Yogg and started the hard modes. However, they benched me after Yogg and forced Ainvar to go elemental. Good decision, actually. Elemental shames during Ulduar. Needed. Or a Moonkin. You needed one. You needed one. You did. Makes sense. Benching the DK, though, you must have just sucked. Yup. This is when it all fell apart. I had been benched for a while by this point, and I voiced out asking why. They told me I was not needed and would never get back in. At least they're honest, right? I bet you did not expect that answer. Hey dudes, why am I benched? Because you suck and you're never coming back in. Ever. So, you know. Not like, well, you see, we'll get you back in a couple of weeks and all that kind of bullshit. It's just, no man, you're out. That's it. See ya. IG quit. Ainvar then found out that only they wanted him to play Elemental, and he left and found a social guild. Aww. By 3.2, I made a male human priest. Level to 80 and server transferred and faction changed. I found a guild and stayed in this guild all the way until the Lich King was released in 3.3, playing Shadow and Discipline. I went on vacation for a month, and when I came back, I was kicked. Later I found out it was a mistake, but whatever. Where is that guy? I don't know. Kick him, loser. I started to look for a guild and saw one of my friends from the past guild advertising for a new guild. I thought he must have gotten kicked as well. I joined up and was put in the core team 1. We killed the Lich King and started hard modes. By this point, they made me raid leader. I led them all the way to 10 out of 12 hard modes when it all fell apart. Decent, not bad. Maybe he's the chosen one. Perhaps. Perhaps. This guild was run by a couple. The boyfriend never raided with us, but the girl was one of our tanks. Good lord. Motherfucker. No. One day they approached me and said they wanted a threesome. I'm just kidding. Doesn't say that. That would be a good twist in the story, though, right? Hey, you want a threesome, Mr. Raid Leader? One day they approached me and said they have found a priest for our team. I responded saying, we don't really need a priest. Hey, Mr. Raid Leader, we found a priest. We don't need a priest. Oh, that's weird. I was so excited to tell you we'd found this priest. But now you say we don't need a priest. Weird. Well then, make a spot. While I was still in vent with them, they G-kicked me. What the fuck? I asked what was going on, and the boyfriend said he hated how I disrespected his girlfriend. You dissing my girlfriend, Holmes? This is the most ghetto guild I've ever been in. This is the most ghetto guild I've ever heard of. And proceeded to ban me from vent. We don't need a priest. Excuse me? You dissing? You dissing me, Holmes? You're out. You're out. Don't disrespect my girl. Don't you tell her she's recruited somebody we don't need. Okay? Don't you tell her that. You diss her. Dissing my homie. Jesus. From there, I stopped playing until Cataclysm. Out of confusion, probably. Until Ainvar convinced me to come back and join back on his server. I did so, making a male Worgen warrior. Alright. I'll let it slide. Avar convinced me to come back and join him. I hit 85 and geared up. His guild was going nowhere, and I ended up leaving. I joined another guild that wanted my warrior, and liked that I had started a male night elf mage alt that was already 80. Of course. Oh, a male night elf mage? Welcome to the guild. Welcome to the guild, my son. You fucking moron. We want to invite you so we can kick you. A male night elf mage. Join the guild. Just so I can fucking kick you. And then I'm going to rejoin you so I can kick you again. You motherfucker. Seriously, I would do that. I would do that. That shit is fucked up. I tanked for this guild for a while before their old tank came back. I was sat. Oh, you've been the unluckiest bastard ever. Okay? You've been the unluckiest bastard ever. I tanked for this guild, then some guy turns up. He's like, hey, I'm back. Oh, okay, let's bench the other guy. Oh, forever alone. I finished 85ing my mage, eventually transferring off the realm. How much money have you spent on WoW? By the time I moved on to my third server, 4.2 had launched. I looked for another good raiding guild and joined a guild called Blair. I was put into the 25-man team on my mage and off we went. Everything was going good until late 4.2 when we were 6 out of 7 heroic. 4.2 is Firelands? Yeah? 6 out of 7? Yeah. I think it was Firelands, right? 4.2? Yeah. Okay. Firelands? Yeah. 1 week, our guild leader just stopped showing up. Not logging in anymore. Not telling anybody. Just not doing it. We were baffled. This guy had never missed a raid. Oh. It just so happened that we had a lawyer in the guild, and he did some digging, and had found out our guild leader had been arrested because he had broken his parole. Ghetto. 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 This is like Breaking Bad. It's like your raid leader is Jesse, and you have Saul Goodman in the raid as well. Ghetto. He's so 50 Cent in this guild, it's unbelievable. This is the most 50 Cent story ever. We had no idea what to do. We've got a new person joining the story, who shall be... that font, man. Nick Talf. Nick Talf, you're in. Although that font should count you out. Just saying. Just saying. We had no idea what to do. Keep raiding. It's a good start. Nick Talf, another mage who was getting the first staff from the guild. Oh, Nick Talf. I'm getting a staff. Guildmaster arrested. Join a new guild. Bottom of the list. I'm getting the start. So sad. So sad. Oh, no, wait a minute, it gets better. Nick Talf, who was getting the first staff, decided he would take over the guild. Nice. I'll take over! For no reason other than the goodness of my heart. I demand that I will do it, guys. I'll lead us through this raid. Trust in Nick Talf. Trust me, guys. I'll fix it. And because they were missing an officer, they promoted me to fill the role. Nick Talf's first move was to have me re-roll. Do you want to be an officer? Yeah. Okay. Change class. You're so bad. Congrats, you promoted. Re-roll. We had no rogues in the guild, and so he wanted one. I want a rogue. It's that cat meme. You know, with the cat reading the paper, he's looking out of the mirror, out of the window with the paper. We should get a rogue. Yeah, I think I'll do that. I agreed. Why? Why would you do that? Yeah, I should buy a boat. It's that guy. I agreed. Why not? I've re-rolled 7 times already. I leveled a rogue to 85 in 2 weeks. When I hit 85 that day, Blizzard revealed the 4.3 legendary daggers for a rogue. This is going to end really well. Now, when you combine the fact I'm a new officer with a new rogue, and there's a rogue-only legendary coming, it was a bad thing. Oh, Nick Talf, what will you do? Immediately, half of the raid accused me of using my officer powers to get myself a legendary that hadn't been announced yet. He must have insider knowledge. Send in Saul Goodman. There's a lawyer in the guild. I'll do some digging. I'll find out. I'll get on top of this. Don't you worry. Saul to the rescue. I'm on it. I'm on it, guys. On top of it, Nick Talf wouldn't stand up for me that he wanted to re-roll. I never told you to re-roll. Nick Talf, tell them. Don't know what you're talking about. Got my staff. Got my staff. Oh, got my staff. Got my staff. I didn't tell you to re-roll. I'm busy over here. Got my staff. I can't hear you over all this staff noise, man. I can't hear you over the top of my staff. See my staff? So I just ignored the drama. Nick Talf eventually got close to finishing his staff. Oh, he hasn't got it yet. And only needed to kill Ragnaros. We killed Ragnaros. Oh. Bastard. There was a good opportunity there. We killed Ragnaros that week and he went to get the heart. Jumped into the lava and died. No one healed him. We all had a good laugh. And then they healed him. And he claimed his staff. Bastard. I'd have just left him there for the win. What happened next? No one expected. What happened next, everybody? Come on now. Give it to me now. Come on, fudge me. Fudge me now. Come on now. You better make me come. Come on now. He quit. Nick Talf immediately G-quit. Oh, Nick Talf. As an officer, I had him on real ID. Of course, goes without saying. I went to whisper him, but he was offline. We were stunned. He quit immediately after getting the staff, after taking over the officer role when he was the first guy to get the staff. No way. If I had a drink of water right now, I would spit it at the camera. Really? We were stunned. The guild started to fall apart as no one wanted to act as guild leader. I left with a group of friends, a Worgen hunter. Now this better come in later. Lomi Heart. Lomi Heart, you're a Worgen hunter? Lomi Heart. And a Draenei Holy Paladin. Okay, who's retarded? Who's retarded? Who's retarded in the chat? Who's retarded? And that will be Granty UK. Good man, Granty. You are a Draenei Paladin. Draenei Holy Paladin. And a Gnome Fury Warrior. Who's awesome? Who's awesome? Gnome Fury Warrior. I'm in. Would be... We'll have Dens. We'll have Dens. Dens, you're awesome. You can be awesome. We made our own guild for 4.3. Forget this trouble, fellows. We'll leave with 3 people and form our own guild. It'll work. No problem. Recruiting people from off server. Yeah, even. And everything went well. We cleared 8 out of 8. And everything was set to start the heroics. Then it happened. Nick Talf came online. He had been offline since that day. He just wanted the staff and quit the game. What a dick. Oh my god, I'm going to get the legendary staff and then I'm going to leave the game. I immediately whispered him, asked what happened and got no response. I asked again and again and got a brief fuck off. And he removed me from Real ID. I told Lolheimhart about this and he said that Nick Talf was on his Skype. Called him and asked, what's up? It turns out that Nick Talf had sold his account for about $800 and then quit the game. Makes sense. Good man, Nick Talf. Good man. My guild continued to progress until we were 2 out of 8 heroic. Then shit started hitting the fan. Lolheimhart started trying to take over the raid leading. You usurper. A mutiny, Lolheimhart. In which I had to keep telling him to shut the fuck up, and it was my raid. It's my raid. And I'm the raid leader. It's mine. He was pissed. Eventually this caused a tear in the guild. He would call orders. The tanks would move to do so. I would say no. And it caused major problems to the point our tanks stopped raiding and one of our healers G-quit. Tank this boss. No, don't do that. Tank that one. By this time, I was collecting clusters and was close to finishing it. I had zero luck finding anyone to fill, and we pugged to finish the instance, getting my final clusters on madness, leaving me with needing the jaw. The next week to finish my daggers. But by the second week, we had no tanks. I had had it with Lolheimheart. He wasn't helping me, but continued to complain. I lost it. I screamed in vent that I was done! I'm done! Had enough of your shit! Transferred guild leader to my alt and left the guild. Our final part. The next week I formed a pug group and met a priest with horrible gear. However, claimed she was 6 out of 8 on her main. I forced her to show me. Dude. Hey now. Hey. Forcing her like that. And then let her in the group with the tank friend she had. We cleared madness and I got my daggers. She said she was the girlfriend of the guild leader and that he was impressed with my leading skills and my DPS. Oh, good news. Good news. Female alt priest? Never. Bit rapey. It's a bit rapey. So I joined them. Oh, you're a couple in a guild? Impressed with my pug leading skills? Welcome. Welcome. You pass our application process with flying colours. Right after I received a whisper from one of the tanks from my old guild. She was saying that she wanted to continue the guild and wanted guild leader. Now, being in a better guild, I had no issue with this and had hopped onto my alt to give her the guild leader. And then I logged off. Another month or two passed and my new guild went 8 out of 8 heroic. We went back to kill heroic Ragnaros and Sinestra. I got interested in what the other guild was doing and logged into my alt to find myself G-kicked. I quickly armoured the tank to find she and the other tank had server transferred and then it hit me. It was a scam! I then armoured Lolheimheart, who had the guild and had finished levelling it to 25. I was furious. I ended up watching him like a hawk until one day he didn't have the guild anymore. I had him on ignore and figured he was quitting the game. Granty UK then whispered me and told me what had happened. Lolheimheart had sold the guild, a level 25 guild, for 300,000 gold. Who in the fuck bought a guild for 300,000 gold? Who the fuck would do that? Wow. He then sold the gold and sold his account and quit the game. I gave up. I was done with people destroying things that I had helped build or make it to what they were. From wrath to now, I eventually ended up quitting my guild and server transferred to another server and went back to Horde for Miss. I am now happy where I am and I refuse to create or help any more guilds to this day. However, I love the guild I'm in and it feels completely different than any other guild I've been in. I love my home and I plan to stay here for a very long time. Didn't you plan that every single time? I hope you all enjoyed my story. Sorry for how long it is, but you know, shit happens. Oh, it does. It does happen. Shit does happen. Shit does happen. Indeed. My God, have you had a dramatic turn of events through your lifetime? Oh yes, my friend. And 8 bank slots. 300,000 gold for a 25 guild? Whew. It's been an hour. I will continue. I will. The characters in this story are pretty around soon. Will be. We'll have Bruce Mike. Bruce Mike, you're in. Who else is in? I have 2 more slots. The Crystal Valkyrie. Sounds hot. Dirty Gaming. Dirty Gaming, guys. Best subreddit. And Mugged. Mugged is in. Mugged is in. Mugged is in. This story is called No One Believes Me Except I Did. Okay. Alright. There I was, standing all alone by myself. Bruce, Mike and Valkyrie are lying face down, and I don't know what to do. So I call over Vent for Mugged to help, but before I knew it, I was gone. I didn't think that it would make a difference to taunt an ad that was damaging the tank. Nor did I think anyone would have cared. I mean, really, I was just tanking, doing my job, alongside Bruce Mike. Then it hit me, right in the face like a flying lobster. Good analogy, I guess. First thing that came to your head, really? Flying lobster? Happened to you a lot? Does it? Really? Flying lobster? What should I put here? Like a flying lobster. Bruce Mike only main tanks. And no one taunts what he's missing ever. I've bumped into tanks like this. Super tanks. Who believe that they will shall tank everything and everything and everything. You know what you do to really annoy them? Especially if you're a better player? You make it so they have to taunt off you. Swagmaster. That's the swag that you do. Or else it will not end well. I had been kicked from the guild for taunting a mob off the main tank. Lol. I got an invite back to the guild by an officer of roughly 30 minutes of standing around in Dalaran to see what they would do with me after my stupid mistake. Kicked from the guild for taunting? Officer Swag. Hey, if any of you are getting shit off people and want me to play your characters in a raid, I'll do that. I will. I'll bring the swag. I talked with our GM and made the decision myself about 45 minutes later. I was leaving. Not the guild, but the realm overall. I found $55, 55, to go to Alkendown, US, and found myself doing some Pug ICC. 55. Yeah. It never ended well. Pug ICC did not end well. With the release of Cataclysm coming up like a swift Night Strider. Really? Really? Flying lobsters and swift Night Striders? Really? I just gave up and moved on. Oh, that's the whole story for the first part. We've got 3 more characters. I'm going to use the same people. That was kind of unfair. Kicked for taunting. Kind of sucks. Okay, Kiando. Alright, Daz. And Mike. Good name. I like that name. Best name so far in any drama story was Mike. Mike. Alright. It was a beautiful day outside. Well, at least in WoW. As I didn't have too many friends IRL. Uh-oh. Oh, God. I played alongside with some friends I met in another MMO. RuneScape. Before that game died down. I wasn't in their guild as they were raiding and competing for Realm 3rd. As Paragon wasn't really known yet, I was just in my own friendly and social guild whilst leveling my first toon ever, an Undead Rogue. Nice. Nice. He was my friend. One of my only friends. Who was IRL and raided. But me being on the US side and him on the EU, I got to play their accounts. And at night while they slept, I did all their dailies. Every single one. You're kind of bumming me out, bro. Can you imagine logging in and somebody does all your dailies for you every night? That's awesome. That is awesome. Although it would bum me out that was happening, I could totally see why they would do it. Can I play your account at night? Nah, I'll do all your dailies. Well, alright. Now we're talking. The Daily Fairy. I like that. It's the Daily Fairy. The Daily Fairy's been. The worst was the Blood Elf Paladin. Right on, brother. But I loved Mug's toon a lot. I loved playing the Warrior. I was devastated when he told me he was leaving. But there was one thing I could do about it. Tell his guild masters, Bruce and Crystal, who were his friends IRL. Uh-oh. The truth comes out. Our next part. Time passed and Wrath of the Lich King came. When I decided I wanted to make new friends and have a new perspective on things in game. I told them farewell after the drama. Crystal got mad at him over Skype one night because he didn't do his job in raids. The conversation went on for a good 15 minutes of yelling while it was roughly noon for me And I got to talk to them. He just sat in. He just sat in while the rage was going on. Who invited you to the call? Hey, do you want to join this call? I'm going to rage. Bruce was being the troll he normally was. Mugg gave up and left Skype. His guild, along with 15 of their raiders, left the game and went on to play single-player games instead. It seemed to me that he could handle it. But me, in that Skype that day, that would be a huge mistake. You're going to drop someone in it. You're going to drop someone in it. Really badly. I joined the US realm on Fizzcrank. This was where I started properly in the game, not really just doing dailies for everyone else. I really wanted to try something different, like raiding, and not doing dailies for other people. I thought raiding would be fun. Why not? So I joined the guild I am in today. We'll call it The Haunted. Along with a couple of other people. I didn't talk much, not much at all. And little did I know my early arrival to a new Wrath guild would make me a special rank in the near future. I sat along in the cold, icy air of Northrend, waiting for my dungeon queue. I sit alone. You sound like Thor. I sit alone in the icy winds of Northrend, waiting for my dungeon queue. Dun dun, like Conan or some shit. Like Conan. Tanking my way up to level 80. It took me a long time. Well into 5.1 I reached my goal. And my guild wanted to see how well I was at tanking. I got dragged into a Nax 25 within the week and cleared all of tier 7 that day, except for Malagos. Malagos has mechanics. Fuck. That tier 7, that Naxxramas. Oh, Malagos can't do Malagos. It requires mechanics. You have to turn the boss, brah. Have you ever turned a boss before? Jesus Christ. Using a vehicle? That vehicle had 4 buttons. And combo points. I can't do that. But a vehicle and combo points? Bros, you get it? You have to press your shield when you get targeted. Oh my god. Oh my god. We didn't have much of a hassle over any of the other bosses, but one when I realised, after playing my 2 for over a month, I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I read up guide after guide, talked to many to understand my class, but none of it helped me. I went to YouTube to search for some help and got a little bit to push me a bit further ahead of the other tanks, leading to the downfall of my current stay on Fizzcrank. It was a misty night where I lived, and on comes... Ooh. Who have we got here? Oh, these are new guys. Oh my god. Oh, they're a return of other players. Oh my god. Shit. Okay. This is going to get a little bit confusing now, and I apologise. I did not know that these characters reappeared later in the tale. So we've got I Own the World. And Bob Lord. Bob Lord for legit remembering a flying lobster. And of course, oh my god, all 3 characters return. Jesus, I've well fucked this story up. Cogram, you're in. Cogram's in. Right, I've well fucked up this story, but... Okay, the 3 characters who are now I Own the World, Bob Lord and Cogram, have been in the game, in the story before. Damn it. And there's another guy. Holy shit. I need a fucking key. Which will be Jappo. Jappo, you're in. It was a cold and misty night where I lived. When Bob Lord, then Jappo, comes online. One by one, we got our raiding invites for Icecrown Citadel. Heroic. Ooh. Our first attempt after clearing the Lich King the night before. We took the adventure through the halls that would later be a drama fest. We cleared Lord Morrigar without a sweat on our brow and entered Lady Deathwhisper's room with pride and confidence. LOL! Lady Deathwhisper is no fucking laughing matter if your first attempt in ICC 25 heroic. She's a bitch. Lady Deathwhisper is a fucking bitch. I remember that shit. Fuck yeah, I do. Thinking we will kill her. Boy, were we wrong. A tune logged in at this moment. I recognised the name, but not sure where. It was I Own the World, but little did I know this. An alt, maybe. And kept on raiding. That moment, I got a whisper to get on Skype. I did, and knew exactly who it was then, because they called you on Skype, because no one ever tells me to get on Skype. Whoa, hey. Hey now, no one tells me to get on Skype. I was told to tank the left side's ads on the boss. Jappo would tank on the right side, and Bob Lord on the boss, when she appeared. And Cogram would ret tank the back ad. Pretty simple, right? Sounds good. I'm talking with I Own the World over Skype, who has come to the US to tell me that he got accepted into Paragon. I was excited enough to notice that Jappo had died. Then next to follow was the other tanks. But I saw a healer with ad aggro. There I was, standing all alone by myself. The other tanks are dead, and I didn't know what to do. So I call over Vent to ask for help. But before I knew it, I was gone. I didn't think that it would make a difference to taunt an ad that was damaging the tank. Nor did I think anyone would have cared. That's the end of the story. I don't get it. I don't get it. I don't get it. What's the drama fest? Hang on. You cleared Morrigar. Some tanks died. You taunted one off a healer. And then you got kicked from the guild. I don't get it. I don't get it. You started with the end. Yeah, I get it. I don't get where the drama is. Where's the drama? I skimmed through the story before. It had all characters. It was all laid out nicely. And that's the end of Drama Friday. I think. He got kicked. And that's it. He got kicked. He got kicked from the guild. No, there's no part 2. That's it. Ends there. I don't get it. Alright. Cliffhanger. Yeah, I don't get that one. Anyway, that's the culmination of Drama Friday. The drama is the drama that you caused in my chat. Oh, what up? Yeah, you caused me drama because I don't know what I chose there. I kind of have to go to read stories a bit more, which sucks because I won't get the same reaction. But whatever. And on a high note, as always, let's cut that bit, maybe. It should be kicked from the head. Kick it. I would kick you too for writing that story. Alright, that is the end of the live stuff for this week. Remember, there is no live SimCity because no one can get on. Thanks, EA. Good guy, EA, helping everybody out. Nice. I will be back on Monday. There is no web show this weekend. I'm working on the big weekly video. As long as my voice clears up, we should be fine and get that finished up. It's also Ghost's birthday meal out because he did join us for the web show last week. I'm sure you remember that. So we're going out for a lovely dinner tomorrow. Hopefully I'll put some pictures up on the Facebook for you on the good book. So follow Preach Gaming on Facebook. Very easy. I hope you have a great week. I hope you've had a great week. I hope you got something planned for this weekend. If you're not playing SimCity or Tomb Raider, then hopefully you're doing something good, because your weekends are important, guys. They really, really are. Make the best use of them. I shall be working. I might load up the chat. It won't be live streaming, but I might join anybody who feels like hanging in the chat, especially Sunday. I expect to be doing stuff on Sunday. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. I am going to blow my nose and clear out this ball of crap that's in my throat. It should be fine. I think I did quite well, actually. I didn't have to blow my nose through the whole thing. The distraction of doing a live show. Awesome. Be good. Be good. And if you are working, I see some of you are working. That's cool. I hope it's fun. Take it easy, guys, and I shall see you on Monday, 5 p.m. Be good. Bye. I'm going. Bye.